This is Lola Lee T. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. Carlissa had a PSA about Chrisean's interview with Nene Leakes. She said, please stop tagging me in that interview. The last thing I heard was her begging me to come get her baby. If I'm evil, what the F? She gave me permission to come and get her only son. Evil is leaving him with family that lost their own kids at 2 years old. And not even my mama could come get hers. You did use that baby to make me feel away and didn't care who watched him for you to do it. You ain't even checked the CPS records after I warned you. Now that's some evil-ish there. So now Ronnie Doe's family is speaking out about the interview. Their response was public. So I mean no disrespect to Ronnie's family by speaking on him. So Ronnie's Auntie Jetta was in Nene Leakes' comments under the picture promoting the interview. She was also responding to people. So I'm just going to read that for you guys, the responses. If you want to pause the video and read the responses yourself, feel free to do so and just mute my voice. And this one, she said, Nene Leakes, you should have me on to talk about this dream. Laughing my blank off. I'm Ronnie Doe auntie, real blood auntie. I'm so tired of people just talking about my nephew for clout. Yep, I said clout. It's only 5 months as of today that my nephew was emmed. Real talk, we are grieving my nephew. So I'm just going to play you guys the clip of where Chrisean talks about a dream. She said she dreamt about Ronnie before his passing. So listen to this.
So he passed away. How did you feel? Like when you got the news, you were like, what?
So the crazy thing is the night before, I never told nobody this, but my little brother, he called me. My little brother called me and was like, Karon died. I'm like, damn. But when I said damn, it felt like deja vu because that night I had a dream. And it was about, it was this guy, he was sitting on the front step. And he was like talking crap at me. I'm like, leave me alone, what are you doing? Da, da, da. And then Karon comes around the corner. And then the cops is running after, but when he shot, I felt it. Like I don't know, it was weird. Like the guy died and then the cops was running after him. And then I woke up like, what the hell? What was that for?
But this is a dream.
Yeah, it was a dream. So then when my little brother, told me like what happened to him, I'm like, whoa, I felt it. Like I'm like, I felt like I was there or something. It was weird. And I was like, damn.
That was messed up.
Like he left soon, too soon.
So guys, please go to Nene Leakes' channel, YouTube channel, to watch the entire video. But of course, watch my video first. So Auntie Jetta also said, what you should have asked her is, why won't she give my sister a blood test if she's sure the baby is BlueFace's? Just give a blood test. So I'm going to read to you guys some of the responses to Ronnie's aunt. I'm going to only read the ones that she actually responded to because there were so many. But she didn't respond to everyone. So this one, the person said, because you know damn well that ain't your nephew. When the father advocacy group guy from New York used his resources, his lawyers, to help your nephew determine paternity, your nephew never showed up and never took the man's calls. We understand you are grieving, but let's be honest. Ronnie lied on an innocent baby for clout and fame. He scammed people out their money for clothes and a music video. If your sister thinks he is the dad, tell her to file the paperwork and or shut up. Because your nephew never did. He lied, and you all know he lied. Chrisean wasn't around him. You know he was on probation restricted Maryland. Chrisean lives in California with her boyfriend who traveled everywhere with her, even on baddies. She was even put on curfew by Blue. You all should have Baker act him. He was unstable. Let him rest in peace.
Yeah, people in his ear.
Yeah.
It was a money grab.
Yeah,
because he did paid interviews. Oh, thank you.
No, he was cute.
He was.
He was cute. You got a little taste. You got a little eye. You be like, oh, okay, he cute. Okay, he was cute. He was cute. But,
he was cute.
But you think he was just tripping?
Yeah, he was tripping. And then he was, like say if we sat down right here, you paid him. He going for the money. He not really going for what he was saying. He didn't even care what he said. He's just saying
He's
anything.
saying some stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though. That don't even make sense, though. It doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Did you know
Right
his
before
family?
his birthday. Yeah, I did. He's the only boy in his family.
Oh, wow.
Like his mom, he got 2 sisters, his mom, his grandma. Mm-hmm. They all love him.
Mm-hmm.
So she responded back to the person by saying, "Girl, just stop. You don't have a clue, baby." So she says, "Jetta, you need to let it go. Chrisean doesn't speak on him unless she's asked. There's no need for a blood test when a DNA test was already given. If your nephew was already really invested in wanting to know, he would have went to the court, and he didn't. No case was ever filed. He played a game, and now you want to. Your nephew never had clout. He used Chrisean's name. FYI, when paternity has already been established, there's no need for another. She owes your family nothing." The page also said, "Your nephew never was and never had clout. He harassed and stalked Chrisean," shaking my head. "You're just as bad as he is. Chrisean has a right to speak on him if asked. He couldn't keep her name or her child's name out his mouth. You got some nerve," shaking my head. "I said what I said." Jetta, you made sure to make your page private so you can't say stuff and can't nobody message you. If you really felt some kind of way, reach out to Chrisean, but you won't because you know he's not the father. Just trying to stir the pot like your nephew did. Jetta, you're talking about why Chrisean won't give his mother a blood test because Chrisean don't owe y'all nothing. She had one already. So if your sister want one, go to court. You won't because you already know. So now Jetta responds back to the fan page. She says, "Just a FYI, not that it's your business." She says, "Chrisean and I have spoken. Y'all some weird blank to think my family isn't going to feel some type of way about continued conversations about him. Listen, Chrisean said nothing rude, but my blank whole family are still grieving the unaliving of Karon. You heard Chrisean herself say if that was ours, we would love him unconditionally. That's a very true statement, but we would be foolish not to have just a little bit of doubt about the baby. Chrisean is a mother, and we would never disrespect her authority by getting a court-ordered DNA. That's not required by us, sweetheart. Finally, why do y'all weirdos think everybody can speak on my nephew, but we as the family can't respond? Enough is enough, respectfully." So the fan page responded back, "Jetta, yes, she did, but you already know DNA was proven, so Chrisean doesn't owe you anything. Like I said, if you need to know, go to court, and Chrisean's lawyer will send the results. If you don't want people to comment, don't come under a public post. You can respond, and so can I. Yes, she said she wished that, and she also said Ronnie wasn't the father." And then Chrisean's ex-best friend, AJ, well, she had something to say. She was also in the comments as well. She said she's responding to Carmel Brown 19. She says to her, "Then why she keeps speaking on him? Every interview, she was using him for clout, which is why she kept contacting him. Baby, you're fooling yourself." She responds to Aunt Jetta here. She says, "Thank you, Auntie, for addressing it. It was about time." She says here that DNA test was fake, which Ronnie showed y'all. My brother was literally the walking truth. AG says to Jetta, "Don't reply to nobody else. They told me you was replying to people in these comments. I'm right here. You don't have to argue with them. We know the truth." AJ says here, "Are you blank or are you slow speaking on my aunt that way? You got to be playing yourself. I'm going to come for Chrisean every chance I get, mentioning my brother every interview, but have yet to pay respects to his family. You need to shut your mouth." AJ says here, "Justice for Karon, justice for Junior. You're upset I'm not arguing with a fake blank page. Show yourself or be quiet." So Ronnie's auntie Jetta spoke about this particular live that I'm going to play for you guys, just a clip of it. Here's Chrisean just setting the record straight that, Ronnie is not the father of her baby. She would have preferred that he was because, Chrisean's going to tell you why. So this live is from June 20th, 2025. Listen to this.
And y'all keep saying Ronnie this, Ronnie that. I'm gonna be honest. If Ronnie was the baby dad, first of all, he wouldn't have did none of that for the clout. He only did that because it wasn't his baby. For real. Ronnie was trolling me because he wanted some money. But if say if this was Ronnie baby, right? His family, nobody would be playing none of that. It would be none of that. His wouldn't been none of that. It would have been none of that. That's the crazy thing. That was the right family to have the baby with. If we be honest, I keep saying Ronnie this, Ronnie that. Shoot, he should have been the bed. Because his family would have loved my son like he's supposed to been loved on everything. So stop making it seem like, oh, I wanted the blue. It's just me and Ronnie was never sexually active. We ain't been sexually active since college. So when he started doing the clout stuff, it was just, a lot of people in his ear and stuff. Like, whatever. And I ain't want to bring him up, but y'all keep saying this, like, on my live, like, what? Stop saying it.
All right, guys. So we hear the family of Ronnie are speaking out. The auntie, anyway. Her page is private. Yes, it is. I do feel that people have a right to respond. If she's under there commenting, people can respond what they think. But guys, please do not try to find Ronnie's family or especially his mom. She is grieving. Just leave this family alone. But I understand, yes, the auntie's under here. She's commenting. So people feel like if you're commenting, they're going to respond to you. This is a very sensitive situation. It's a very sad situation as well. As you guys already know, this is an ongoing investigation. I hope they find who is responsible for this. What do you guys think of Auntie Jetta's request here regarding a blood test, considering that paternity has already been established? Guys, definitely let me know your thoughts. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.
Remember you had this guy was out saying that he was your baby's father and he passed away. Did you guys used to date a long time ago?
Yeah, like in high school.
But never again. Not after high school.
No, we kept contact like when I was in college.
Okay. And then